A pumpamental is a feature or action of Genius intended to incentivize demand on the open market, thus increasing buying pressure. Pumpamentals preserve demand by limiting selling pressure. So let's go through some of the pumpamentals. Number 1, Genius mining requires Genius tokens to mine. In order to receive yield, participants need to purchase Genius. You cannot simply bid on the price of the asset without ownership, like you could with buying futures, for example. Buying means that price tends to increase. Pumpamental number 2. The Genius tokens used for mining, along with the performance rewards earned, are locked out and kept out of supply until the Genius miner has served the number of promise days originally committed by the user. By creating a miner of a certain amount of tokens, the tokens are burned and removed from the circulating supply. This decreases the market float. Market float is what is available to purchase. So, when the miner is completed, the tokens are reminted to the wallet, which keeps the circulating supply lower. As a result, this may contribute to the price appreciation of the token. Pumpamental number 3. The more miners end early, all remaining miners will have even more rewards redistributed to patient miners in the future. Early termination of a miner results in penalties to the principal or interest of the miner. Penalties are redistributed among the miners that are fulfilling their promises, and that distribution is proportionate to their percentage of stakes. So those miners that met their promise days are rewarded as a result of keeping their promises. Pumpamental number 4. The penalty multiplier reduces performance rewards for everyone as more and more miners break their promises. This is based on the philosophy that most people early end their mining because it is economical to do so. If there is a fast appreciation in token price, many miners may want to end their stakes early. With many miners ending their stakes at once, this typically would create a lot of selling pressure. However, the Genius smart contract calculates the number of exited miners and dynamically increases penalties as more and more miners attempt to exit their stakes. This results in fewer miners wanting to exit early so as not to incur harsher penalties. Pumpamentals number 5. Shares for performance earnings. The price to acquire shares always raises over time. In order to get the same amount of shares, users who end mining must create a new miner with all of their Genius principal and performance earnings. And this miner must serve 23.6 more promise days. All miners who end profitably and all miners who ended on time or late, even if they were not profitable, will increase the price of acquiring shares. Genius operates on a shared staking system. Miners receive shares of rewards proportionate to their slice of value, which are the number of tokens that are locked. Every day, miners get paid a certain number of Genius per share staked. Genius started as a set number of Genius paid per share. That number is increasing every day. 2 miners that have identical supply of tokens to lock, with one miner choosing to mine today and another choosing to mine tomorrow, will receive a different number of Genius rewards per share. The first miner will receive more as the number of tokens to acquire one share increases every day. In addition to that, remember, miners that terminate early affect the share rate increase as well. This encourages earlier and longer stakes to lock the rate of increase. Pumpamentals number 6, blackout days. Advanced miners are locked out of ending their stake for the first 180 days. This guarantees that the tokens will remain out of supply, and if the miners want liquidity, they'll have to engage in an auction to transfer ownership, which engages in further supply and demand fundamentals. Advanced miners cannot end their position before 180 days. Hence, tokens cannot be reminted and come back into the circulating supply. A miner can be sent to an auction for the owner to receive liquidity, but the value received from the highest bidder in the auction would likely be less than the open market value, and that will continue to generate yield for the new owner. Remember, Genius incentivizes keeping promises. Pumpamentals number 7. When miners end early, their performance rewards are delayed and redistributed to other miners who are still serving. Going back to Genius incentivizing users to keep promises, remember that if you end your stake early, those rewards you would have earned if you kept your promise are sent to those that are keeping their promises. Pumpamentals number 8. When miners forget to end their mining, their performance earnings get redistributed to current miners. Thus, the late fee is kept out of circulation. Late miners incur penalties, perpetually decreasing their accrued earnings over time. Those rewards that should have been earned from the late miner are not entering the circulation and being distributed to the current active miners. This means the supply of tokens available on the open market does not increase, which creates favorable conditions for token price appreciation. Pumpamentals number 9. Sending miners to auction. In order to bid on the miner, users must use the circulating supply, and by bidding, their bid is taken out of supply. Auctions always begin economically for all users, and this may incentivize new buying so that someone's entry into Genius is a discounted entry. Auctions are a great way to buy distressed miners at a discount. Miners that basically want to end their stake early. This removes what would have been supply in the open market and decreases selling pressure. And as a result, this may contribute to the price appreciation of the token. Pumpamentals number 10. Winning of auctions. The coins are still locked and the new owner carries out the remainder of the auction. Just because someone buys at auction doesn't mean the auction miner ends. The mining simply continues to the new owner, and the new owner can earn the rewards. The auction transfers the right to the new wallet owned by the new owner, and no tokens get unlocked and entered back into the circulating supply on the open market. As a result, this keeps the buying pressure on the open supply. Pumpamentals number 11. Regarding the stability pool issuing debt. This creates a temporary floor for the price and backs Genius with collateral. Participants may deposit collateral to the stability pool and borrow from an advanced collateral miner. The price at which the borrowing happens is the price that will be settled by the traders to receive collateral back. In turn, the collateral miner is backed 1-to-1 by collateral. The backing of collateral here issues Genius debt, which can be used to mine. Pumpamental number 12, the stability pool, settling debt and clearing debt. Pool public settlement rate pumps, giving a wider arbitrage for open market buying. Collateral stored in the stability pool can be bought back by anyone if the price is economically attractive. The settlement rate is dynamically adjusted by the pool based on supply and demand. The taker deposits Genius to the pool and buys the collateral back. This ensures that Genius is not sold in the open market, but comes back to the stability pool. Sometimes the redeemed collateral can be sold to buy back Genius at a discount on the open market. This allows traders to positively arbitrage the price of Genius and earn the difference. Pumpamentals number 13, end miner clearing debt, pumps the price from the settlement fee remaining in the pool. The collateral miner will pay a collateral settlement fee. In general, the mechanisms of the collateral settlement rates encourages activities for traders and miners in the stability pool. The pool charges a settlement fee. This settlement fee is an amount of collateral that will remain in the stability pool. This increases the settlement rate offered to the public and influences a wider arbitrage with the open market price of Genius. This, in turn, stimulates open market buying pressure on the token. Pumpamental number 14. Collateral miners ending with penalties on the principal remain in the collateral pool, thus pumping the price of Genius. The unsettled genius from the late miner does not enter the circulating supply. This may contribute to holding the price up. Keep in mind that unsettled genius is genius debt. Debt must always be paid back to the stability pool. So, therefore, it never gets to the circulating supply. Pumpamentals number 15. Collateral miners ending their original debt issue rate is honored even if the PSR, public settlement rate, is higher. Collateral miners enter at a certain genius price, which may be lower or higher than the effective genius market rate at the time of the miner's ending. Miners' endings can retrieve the token at the price entered, which ensures the borrower of the miner does not get diluted when genius is returned. For example, if you enter the pool by posting collateral at a rate of 1 cent per genius, and it awards you, say, 1 million tokens, your miner has served 90 days. Assuming the public has settled the debt, you get genius back. The amount of genius you get back is 1 million tokens. The open market price may have moved to 10 cents during those 90 days, which is 10 times the amount of your purchase, but that does not affect the number of tokens you received, as the calculation was for the original amount. Pumpamentals number 16. The more debt that has been partially paid in the pool, the more of an incentive there is for whales to enter because whales have a share amount of debt already settled, therefore pumping the PSR price, pumping the open market buying pressure. First, crypto whales are individuals or entities that own large quantities of specific cryptocurrency. Whales want liquidity with minimum slippage. Slippage is the difference between the expected price of an order and the price when the order actually executes. The stability pool creates conditions to divest large amounts of genius from the whales, basically selling to the pool, when the price of genius in the pool is greater than that on the open market. Pumpamentals number 17. Stability pool price pumps 1.62% every 180 days. This creates a one-way buy pressure on the open market. To help settle collateral miner debt by redeeming collateral, the stability pool is designed to increase the price of genius in the pool, which improves buying pressure. Pumpamentals number 18. Proof of benevolence on collateral pumps the price by the amount of collateral. Proof of benevolence allows participants to end their miners. It's essentially a sacrifice. This removes the amount of Jenny from circulation forever. In simplest terms, it's a gift to the genius community. Profits go to the network, wherever the contract lives on, like Ethereum, for example. So it doesn't go back to any participant's wallets. The tokens are burned, which lowers the circulating supply of tokens. When you end the miner through proof of benevolence, you affect the pool ratios.